It is a horrendous weapon. What we see without cryptid sight is it will glow a faint blue when it's around werewolf-type cryptids. And it will hum. You can hear it singing when it's around werewolf-type cryptids.
So basically, I was thinking that maybe, and hear me out on this, maybe we could try not doing the wrong thing and instead maybe try doing the right thing this time.
Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this, a brand new day. Hokey smokes. Yesterday I had my appointment at the VA, and I'm not doing so well today. I got some semi-bad news, but I also did something that was very, very smart and very, very stupid. But I was super anxious all day prior, and then the day of it, I was super nervous and pacing. But once it actually started, it was okay. It was a good trip there. It was a fine thing while I was there. We had a nice trip back. I had a sandwich with no bread. They make a sandwich that's lettuce. So thumbs up on that. And so I had a tuna sandwich, and we came back, and it was good. Now, of course, front loading of videos. Hey, if you could toss me a like, that'd be very cool. If you could subscribe to the channel, that too would be awesome. If you could leave me a comment, I love comments. I answer as many as I can. I thumbs up each one I read, which is all of them. And of course, I do want to thank each and every one of my Patreon patrons. These literally beautiful and literally awesome people are literally beautiful and literally awesome. That is very, very good. Without the help of these individuals, I would be hosed like a literal Christmas monkey. And that's not good. So thank you, each one of these people. And if you would like to become a Patreon patron, I do have links in the show more, wherever that happens to be. Thumbs up. Yay! Oh boy. So now that a lot of the TLDR got out there in the beginning, here's the actual details. Oh goody. Let's try and remember all the things that happened. Number one, the thing that was smart and yet oh so stupid, and I feel horrible right now. Oh my God. It was smart. I needed to get these done. I was at the VA. I signed up for the booster shot. I got my first booster yesterday. I hadn't gotten my flu shot yet either. I got my flu shot yesterday. I didn't think that one through. I walked face first into a woodchipper. I tend not to react all that well to vaccinations, even though my Kofefe ones, I gotta remember to come back here at 2 minutes and change to edit out that word. But even, God, if I can remember now what I was talking about. I panicked myself and I lost it. But it was, vaccinations have never done well inside of my body. And so I got the booster, and I got the flu shot, and I never done well with flu shots either. Before I went to bed, I could not lift my arms any higher than this because it felt like I'd been smacked with hammers on both arms because I got the shots up here. They still hurt down here. Not only that, I have a massive headache. I still have my skin hurts. I have muscle pains, not just here, my whole body. I am alternately freezing and burning up. So I'm likely going to be, in fact, I think I'm going to be taking this off right now because up until the moment I started doing this, I was freezing. Now I am absolutely boiling. So I'm not going to go and put it away because I may start freezing again in any moment. So that's wonderful. I got that done, and yeah, I'm going to feel terrible for at least the rest of the day. I mean, oh my God, I feel terrible. I've been hit by a truck. It's likely just the flu shot. I've never done well with those. With the Pfizer shots that I got for the 2 vaccinations, the first one I felt just where I got it, but I never really had any bad stuff happen. And then when I got the second one, after it was like, there's a needle. After that, I never had any issues. I never even realized I got one. So who knows? Might be the booster, might be the flu shot, probably the both of them working together. I needed them. It was very smart. I wasn't thinking it through on how I would feel later until that night when I was like, that was not very good thinking. While at the same time, of course, it was. Doctor's appointments in the United States are awful because of all sorts of insurance reasons. They need to keep appointments as quick as possible, so they can't cover a lot of things, nor can a lot of things be covered in depth. When I brought my list of stuff into the doctor yesterday, I was told, we are short-staffed. There's not a lot of time. I have a lot of patients. I can't go through everything what's most important. So we went through real quick. I just said, okay, I got this issue, this issue, this issue. I'm not really sure which one is most important. So we focused on my heart and my blood pressure. For my blood pressure, he has said, think about a med, it being with blood pressure more of a chronic instead of an acute thing. And I've mentioned that. Unless you spike up real high and you're going to have a stroke and it's really acute, it does damage to you cumulatively over time. So I have kidney issues. If my blood pressure goes high and isn't treated, the stroke, yeah, that's a risk. Heart, that's a risk. It's hurting your kidneys. It's hurting your liver. It's hurting every part of your body when your blood pressure is too high, not just your heart or your brain. So he's got me thinking about that. But then when I said, yeah, I've got stuff going on with my heart and, it's like this, that, and the other, and I mentioned stuff, and he's like, well, you're not mentioning symptoms, you're not doing this or that or the other. We could put you on a halter thing, which is where they put, like a portable EEG that you wear for a couple days up to a week or more. Or more likely and better is, why don't we just do an EEG on you? They do them, they throw those things out like candy. You come in and you mention, yeah, I coughed and my sternum hurt. Let's get you an EEG. So I go in and I lay back down and they put the probes all over me and they do the list and they take the thing off to the doctor, and he comes back in and he goes, well, maybe there is something. And yeah, there kind of is something. One of the nodes of the various arcs that you have when your heart does something, for the very first time, it's not working right. Or at least for the very first time, it's been caught. Because I've had issues with the things that I'm going there to talk about for quite some time with my heart. So, yeah, there's an actual issue, and being as I'm 60 years old and have never really taken care of myself, I'm not even 60. I turned 60 in 6 months, but I'm not there yet. So there's a heart issue, but we're in observation mode until I start having pain or symptoms like fainting. It's just observation. So, cool. Now, it's one of these things, of course, that it could get real bad real fast and be like 2 weeks I need help. Or it could be one of those things that, yeah, it's a problem that's going to kill me. But it's going to take so long to do it that by the time I'd be dead from that, I've already died of a lot of other things. So it might be deadly, but so far off in the future, it's just something to take care of. It's hard to say. All we have to do right now, all we can do, is just keep observing, and until I start having actual chest pain or symptoms like passing out, we're just gonna watch. And so that's fine. So the big things are, I'm gonna have to pick a med for my blood pressure, for the whole chronic issues. My kidneys aren't the best, so I need to take care of all of my body, which means I can't let my blood pressure stay up at the level it's at. It's not incredibly dangerous, but it sure isn't healthy. So that's gonna happen. Yay. And of course, we're gonna have to watch the other thing. Now I have to start making appointments to check on the whole skin issues, on my kidney issue, on my lung issue, on all sorts of anything else that I've got. They just don't have time. Yay. However, the person that took me to the ride told me that they do have a closer clinic for the VA over in Olympia, which is only 20 miles away, 40-mile round trip, instead of a 90-mile round trip. I think I can handle, and anyone who takes me there can handle, a 40-mile round trip, because here in Shelton, everyone just has to go to Olympia. We have a Walmart, we have a Fred Meyer's food store, we have other smaller mom and pop type stuff, but Olympia is where everything is, and we are 20 full miles away from that, so joy. Yeah, but still, that's a lot closer than 40 miles. Ooh, thumbs up on that. So past that, I have not really done anything. Last night I did go for a very short walkies because I was feeling awful, and before I went to bed, I was having waves where I would get super sleepy, and then I'd feel super weak, and then of course I was starting to feel like the hammers had hit. So I went to bed early, and at 4 o'clock I was so uncomfortable, so I'd been out of bed since 4:15 a.m. Thumbs up on that. Today I am just going to watch videos. I'm going to try and play video games. I'm going to be just zoning out because my head is, that headache. I hate them. One quick thing though I did want to talk about. I have mentioned on the whole cryptid stuff that there are those people who have the high enough cryptid sense that can, through focus, do something. I'm not sure what it is, but they can focus the energy so that energy will do something, and then put that focus in a weapon or some other similar object, so you can create artifacts. Now these artifacts are no more magical than like a combustion engine. It's like I've used the equivalent thing of like there is a crystal in the third level of the multiverse, the Ungara, where in that, relative to them, if you speak to it and you go it goes back. But if you take that simple stone and you drop it down to the Ungare, which is not as real as the middle part, this simple stone can manifest as a being that answers all questions. And if you don't ask it questions, it will leave and find someone who will ask it questions. And then if that stone happened down to where we are, the Ungaden, the cold and dark, it may manifest as a very charismatic warlord, or messiah, or professor, or world leader. It's hard to say, and it's still just a stone. It's not alive. It doesn't have a personality. But by personality and force of will, it can take a planet on a war charge across the galaxy. So things are weird that way. Now let me try and remember exactly what I was talking about. Yes. One of the weapons thus created, somebody had lost a family member to a werewolf-type cryptid, and in their hatred, anger, and loss, they crafted a weapon, Spellsinger. It is a horrendous weapon. What we see without cryptid sight is it will glow a faint blue when it's around werewolf-type cryptids, and it will hum. You can hear it singing when it's around werewolf-type cryptids. If you're a werewolf-type cryptid, of course, that glow is like a spotlight shone into your eyes, and that hum is a scream of rage and hatred. So there's differences depending on your cryptid sight, but it is an exceptionally dangerous weapon, even though it's not dangerous in and of itself. If you're not a werewolf cryptid, it's nothing more than just a sword. But if you are a werewolf cryptid, all it has to do is cut you enough that the energy of the sword can arc into your nervous system, and then BAM! It burns out your entire nervous system. You are dead like that. But of course, that energy and the weapon itself, what makes it so dangerous is the fact that the person who crafted it was very powerful, had a lot of talent, and put all of it into this. This weapon, when it is by itself, starts seeking cryptids. And if it can't find them, it looks further and further. And if it can't find anything, it starts affecting human beings around it because it wants to travel where there are cryptids. And eventually someone will get so twisted up here, they will go find that sword. And then when they pick it up, they're gone. They're just a vessel for the sword now to go hunt down werewolf cryptids. And if it does detect a werewolf cryptid, oh, that effect is 1,000 times worse, as many people are trying to come and get this to go and hunt down that cryptid. It infects everybody's mind with its hatred, and you can't even say, oh, it's not affecting me, because it affects everybody. Very powerful, very dangerous weapon in that it will corrupt everybody so that they go hunt down those werewolves. Spellsinger, very dangerous weapon in the world. Oh, I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 12, however many people have left me comments in the past 24 hours. It isn't much, but anything more than 0 is awesome. Thank you. If I mispronounce the username, I'm really sick today. And if I forget anything, I'm really feeling sick today. So let me do as best I can. I feel like I am just sweating like a dog right now, too. We have Charity Giver GT, thumbs up and thank you. Jesse Koskinen, it is cool that they do that stuff, and they did a really good job on this game. Confused Owl 29, thumbs up and thank you. IDK Mateus, who wrote in a language that I have yet to do Google Translate on. I am feeling sick. We have Ascension Arc, thumbs up and thank you. Conspo Lopez, always good to see you in the comments. JAYY, thumbs up and thank you very, very much. We have Thomas Mogensen, greatly appreciated, and Tommy Copeland, greatly appreciated. And we have Ben B, thumbs up and thank you, and Ice Damon, greatly appreciated, each and every one of you. Get me out of my head and into the world and dealing with real people. Yay! Definitely a good thing. And with my hands in the air, hey, if you could, I've forgotten how that all goes. So let's just say, hey, I want to thank all my Patreon patrons, and thank you very much to these Patreon patrons for being Patreon patrons. And if you would like to become a Patreon patron and help me out, that would be very awesome. My brain is really failing hard right now. I'm trying to just make it through this and be alive. So thumbs up on that. Oh, I feel like I am just sweating running off me because I'm just not doing well. Thumbs up. And hey, if you could toss me a like, that'd be cool. And if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be very awesome. Thumbs up for that. I'm not going to do much today. I don't know what you're going to do. Do whatever it is that makes you happy. And if you can't do things that you would like to, don't feel bad. Don't beat yourself up. Take care of yourself. Don't get sick. Get your boosters and get your other vaccinations. If you have a reaction, just plan for it. I was not smart, so yes, I was. I needed the vaccinations, but boy, I wasn't smart getting them both at the same time. Thumbs up for that. So, until we meet again, oh, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and quite frankly, that is a good idea. Oh, Hyvää.